Alright, we're good. Everybody ready? The lore! Alright, where I go? Where the heck is forward? How did you get in front of me? Guys, bear with me here. Does this not sound exactly like the soundtrack from Avatar? People of Na'vi? Doesn't it? I only just now was able to place it. This sounds like it's from the Avatar Adventures in Pandora movies. Ugh. Mm. Alright. I cannot talk to them. They don't exist. No. Are you serious? Even I know about your dad. He's on the board of the Rotom Phone Company. Wait, how do you know that? Everyone knows that. He's famous. And I guess I looked into him for my own reasons too. So, Nimona is actually some pampered little princess from a rich family, huh? No, no way! That's so not my thing! Though, yeah. I guess you could say mother and father were like hands off, but in a good way? My big sister will probably take over the business, so they pretty much let me do what I wanted. Wait, you call them mother and father? That is some pampered little princess stuff right there. Ah, cállate, Penny! What, is your family super normal then? My family is unbelievably annoying. Like super overprotective, you mean? It's just my dad. He's loud and clingy and makes up weird nicknames for me, like Pen Pen. He's the most annoying guy in the world, period. He's the worst. So normal, then. Man, that's a real downer for your dad, having his own daughter describe him like that. Don't you dare take his side. Violetta, how about you? Your mother seemed super nice. You met her? Yep. Got a glimpse of an amazing looking sandwich she made, too. Yeah, I mean, right on enjoyed that. Really? Wish I could have seen that. I bet it tasted good. Don't go Carl on me now. I've walked directly into you. What of it? What are you gonna do about it? Rolled up with the squad. Intimidation. Yeah? What are you gonna do about it? Uh-huh. The Venomoth in the background is like, oh shit, it's about to go down. You sound drunk on holiday spirit. Go home. Quiet. I thought for sure this was shiny. I got baited. What shiny Raichu even look like? I'm not sure. We'll never know. Why did I turn around? The game turned me around. I've been baited. Ah! can't ride my ride on here! Pain. No one asked you to crouch. Salic berry. Missed. I have not heard of most of these berries. You mind? Dark orange and yellow. So the same then. Exactly. Shit. Apparently I am not allowed to zoom in. I'm not allowed to see whether I've caught these or not. There we go. Gotcha. What's strong against water? I guess just... Oh, this is strong against water. In theory, this shouldn't kill. I was right. You are dead. You lived! Good job. Hey, look, I did it. Bright powder. I don't know where I'm going, I just know that I'll get there eventually. You would know, nerd. Huh. That looks suspicious. Oh, look, a shiny in Area 0. Oh, would you look at that? Wrong game? Well, that's because I switched. I'll switch it at some point. Why even bother hitting it, honestly? Dive ball would look perfect on this thing. Quick Ball would also kind of look good. Yeah, I'll use one. It would kind of look good. Ah, sick. I got a shiny, guys. Look at that. Well, look at that. I caught a shiny. I did it. Should probably have False Swipe on my team right now, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, these were in here. My collection of EVs. It grows. I wish I knew how to tell if a Pokemon had a mark. I don't know how to tell. I wonder if there's a higher shiny chance in Area Zero. Venomoth. Where's my shiny? Oh, there's the shiny box. Ah, it's full of junk. It should probably have its own box at this point. We'll put it in the Ditto box. This is a shiny box now. Chinese. About to not sleep tonight because my family celebrates late into the night. That makes sense. Why is there a Corviknight here? And a Squawkabilly? Oh, were these the raid Pokemon? These probably were the raid Pokemon. That's also my first Braviary. I don't want Braviary that much. 2 a.m. Yikes. Yeah, this is the trash box. Alright. Unorganized, miscellaneous stuff. There we go. It's 2 a.m. right now. My goodness. The slow text speed. The pain. Alright. I should probably have False Swipe on my team right now. Here you are, you little gremlin. Take 5. Okay. Just to have it. Dang it, Mup. Go see a doctor. And no, don't make it a podiatrist. So much Raichu. So many citrus berries. And lawn. That is a big Venomoth. Did we just see through the wall? Hey, a mint. Oh. Fancy. All right, another research station. Nice, we get to chill for a minute. I guess that's true. Something's gonna jump out at us again. 100% guaranteed. You did the maths on that one, huh? Oh, Benny, such a worrywart. Huh? Oh no! See? See? Wait a sec. This is just like that Titan Pokemon we saw. So it was a future Pokemon all along? Oh, you battled one of these before, Arvin? It looks seriously strong. Yeah, well, Violetta and I are old pros when it comes to Titans. Leave this to us. Let's do this. Why does Nemona sound like a dude? Androgynous. I don't know why I had to only move that one. Let's go, Intimidate. Dang, I thought that would be effective. Just in case it's holding a berry. Honk. Yeah. Away I go. Just Goku. Hey, it's me, Goku! That's him. Steel. I could just use fighting. Is that your code word? Ow. Dang, it died. Level up. See that? Victory's ours! Maybe the one we saw when we were searching out the Yerba Mystica came from down here. You two got to meet one of these Pokemon before our creator get-together? Jealous! If we've got things from the literal future roaming around Paldea, that's a major problem. Isn't Professor Turo doing anything to keep them under control? How could he let this happen? Yeah, right. Because it's not like oh-so-brilliant Professor Turo ever messes up. Come on, Violetta. Let's get into that research station. Parental issue. Lack of parent. And made it to station number 3. How we doing after all that walking and battling and whatnot? Anyone need a rest? Feeling rough, Benny? Oh, no, it's not that. I've just been thinking ever since the professor mentioned that time machine. The Pokemon here in Area Zero came to our time from the future, right? So what about Miraidon? Isn't it pretty likely that it's also one of those future Pokemon? Probably. I think you're onto something. It is kind of giving off future vibes. Even its name sounds futury. Both do. Wait a sec. I totally forgot. Hey, Arvin. You had Miraidon's ball. And you told us about its forms in the first place. You must know something about it, right? You still remember that from way back? No wonder everybody's little pupil. Guess I've got no choice then but to tell you what I know. That Pokemon, Miraidon that is, it was found by my dad when he was working on his time machine. I believe it would be best for me to take over the explanations at this point. Professor! Miraidon, which I entrusted to Violetta, was the first Pokemon that was successfully retrieved from the future by the time machine. Seriously? Through analysis of its genetic makeup, as well as its behavioral patterns, I came to realize that what I had discovered was in fact a futuristic form of Cyclizar, the Pokemon commonly ridden in this region. What does future even mean? Also, Turo doesn't sound like a Che. He's a scientist. He speaks eloquently and with purpose. Well, that makes sense, I guess. They do look alike. Many other Pokemon also came to this place from across the boundaries of time, but I was never able to bring over more than 2 specimens of Miraidon. Huh? I mean, there's another one around here somewhere? What if they're family? The other one could still be somewhere in Area Zero, waiting to finally be reunited with our Miraidon. Or it could be a jerk. A heartwarming family reunion? Exactly! Imagine how thrilled they'd be if we can get the family back together after all this time. Family, huh? Yeah, that sounds nice. We get it. If we could proceed, Violetta, please disable the next lock using the central panel there. Just a gamer. Gamer god. Now saving. Do you want to... Ah, it takes so long. No, I didn't want to press no. I wanted to skip the text, but you can't skip the text. Locks disabled. Well done. Only one remains now. Please continue on to the final research station. Our time machine research has yielded a triumph, a Pokemon from the distant future. I've named it Miraidon. I was expecting one new life to treasure, but what fortune to be blessed with this gift as well. Ah, he's a father. How nice. Arvid, read this. If that other Pokemon really is the only family it has left in the world, it must want to be together again, right? I don't know. It seems to not like this place. Miraidon's not happy to be here. Open, says me. Doesn't work. These plot twists really tug at the heartstrings, don't they? Not that I'm complaining. You're a soap opera watcher, aren't you? You can leave any wild Pokemon up to me. I'll have him beaten in no time so we can march on. You've only done one of the fights so far. I've done all 3. Why are you even here? Scooby-Doo-Doop-Doop. Oh, they're just not here. Oh, does it just... it just leaves them there? That's hilarious. Does it just leave them there? Never to be seen again? Nope, nope, they're back. Okay. It just doesn't recognize that they're here yet. Oh, they stay outside. Do they walk all the way back to the other station? They just walk, they walk all the way back. But why? That's silly. That's silly. If I had to guess, our final place to go is in there. Ooh, Volcarona. Ooh, and a Farigiraf. So, Miraidon's a future Pokemon. No wonder the rest is here. Violetta, you gotta let me battle Miraidon right now. No. It still won't come out of its Pokeball. Oh, right. That was the first I heard of it coming from the future myself. It was just some weird Pokemon my dad brought home all of a sudden one day. We all lived together at the Lighthouse Lab for a little while. My dad made me promise to keep it a secret, and I had to take care of it for him, too. So that's why you knew so much about it. Yeah, but then one day Miraidon just went nuts against some wild Pokemon. A few of the folks living nearby ended up seeing it, so the secret was out. Once that happened, my dad took it and went back to Area Zero. Guess that makes sense if it's a Pokemon from a different age. Yeah. If people found out, it'd be all over the place. I didn't see my dad or Miraidon again after that, for ages. Looking back on it now, it seems stupid, but I felt like I'd lost my dad because of Miraidon. It was the worst feeling ever. I just hated Miraidon and everything about it. Didn't even want to talk about it. I'm sorry for not telling you what I knew sooner, Violetta. You should be sorry. Shoot, that's like the coolest thing ever. You didn't tell any of us. Tact, Nimona. Yep, sure would have been great to know all that relevant info before we got here. Dang, guys, harsh. Can I play the game now? Thank you. I already caught one of these? I didn't know that. I haven't caught this, though. Get it! Aha! How dense is she? Denser than lead. Now this is not very effective, but it's not 4 times ineffective. This is equal. No, it's 4 times weak. This is 4 times weak, which is not helpful. That's too weak. That's gonna do no damage. This will do less damage, but it's still a one-shot, normally. So I don't think half damage is enough to keep it from one-shotting it. Also, it's normal attack, and I think this has higher special defense, so that's not great. This is even damage, so that will probably kill it. This is kind of low damage, but it's not half damage, so I think it'll still kill. Whatever, we'll just switch out. I actually did more damage than I thought it would. Oh, this thing's actually really weak then. This thing has really bad defense. Uh-oh. Confuse it. Nailed it. Oh, they forgore. Oh, timer ball would look perfect on this thing. I just need to find a way. I need to figure out a way to hit it without getting hit. If I can get a crit U-turn off. Or if it hits itself in confusion. Rip. I'm confident there's nothing I could possibly hit it with that wouldn't kill it. I just have to hope it hits itself in confusion, I guess. Oh, a normal Pokeball to weaken it. It's about the aesthetic, not the catch rate. Can't just catch any Pokemon in any ball. Broke out of confusion immediately. That's annoying. Nailed it. They've robbed the surrounding air of oxygen. Oh. Oh, they're bug fire. Why did I think they were flying? I don't know why I thought they were flying type. Probably because they fly. If I had to wager a guess, it's probably because they fly. That's just a normal for Farigiraf, right? I couldn't tell. The camera change was weird. Seemed like it. Yeah, it is. Okay. Alright. Wrong button. Get back in here. Just so we have false swipe on deck, let's just make you the leader. Oof. Oof, that's loud. I return. Okay. Which way's forward? I can't ride my ride on here. Pain every time. Pain. Alright. Everything should be working. Let me know if it's working. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. This way, that way. I want it that way. Sup, Viper? I keep seeing sparkles on the ground and it keeps fooling me. I keep getting fooled. Mechanical belly bird. Gimme. You're mine. Oh, you're only level 60, huh? Oh, we're even level. Excellent. Well, time to find out if this kills. Oh, it's faster than me. That's not good. Speed is one of my better... Oh, no. Oh, no. If I terrestrialize, it gives me an extra 50% damage, huh? That's enough. I just have to hope that this thing doesn't one-shot me because it outspeeds me. Quest of Titans gym battles and Team Star. Yeah, you gotta get all that. Gotta go all the way around the map. Have you done any of them yet? That's Ice Beam, it's weak. I got crit! That's bullshit. No crits. Alright, it's in a good catch range. What's a good Pokeball for this thing? It's really just kind of red and white. Pokeball? Like just normal Pokeball. Yeah, it's going with normal Pokeball. Should I switch out? Ice. Perhaps. I'd be doing the Titan that can camouflage, they say. Oh, that sounds wacky. That sounds wacky bernacky. I believe in you. I don't know what that does. I got crit again! That's twice in a row. Get in here. Yes! Excellent. 4,000 XP I got for that. These things drop mad XP, that's wild. Yes! Excellent. So slow. Chalet, how goes? I'm doing well, how are you? It's good to see ya. Been a while. I finally caught my first future Paradox Pokemon that isn't the free one. You're working? That sucks. Happy to have you though. Hopefully you're not too busy. What are the odds? I caught my first Delibird and my first Iron Bundle in the same box. What are the odds? Beautiful. Alright. I can't ride my ride on here! So annoying. Oh, I haven't actually caught that yet. I haven't caught like a lot of these Pokemon. I don't even know what that one is. Eat. Just in time. Nice gel. I really don't have any health, so this is probably a bad idea. It's super effective. Speed down. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Chalet. And a Merry Christmas Eve. Get a crit. No crit. That's the way. No. You lived. Gosh, I can't even see the Pokemon to determine what Pokemon what Pokeball it would look good. Wait, oh, this is a Paradox Pokemon. I didn't even know. Oh shoot. Uh-oh. Doesn't it have a self-damage move? It might. I don't actually know. Just on the off chance it does, I don't want to hit it again. What Pokemon would it look good in? I should probably start catching these in Luxury Balls, but I'll worry about that when I have stronger Pokemon. Oh, Netball would look good. Or Ultra Ball. I'm thinking Netball. This is not gonna catch. Oh, shit. No. Alright, well it has normal type moves. So at least I can resist those. Oh, so close. My special attack. Quick catch. Yeet. No. It do be quite freezy. Well, at this point, I'm just kind of building resistance to the cold. No. No. So it looks like it does not actually. It's used Hyper Voice, Snarl, Air Slash. I don't think it has a self-damage move. So it has fighting. It has flying. So I feel like you probably have the least chance of getting hurt. We'll see what its last move is. Gotcha. Sick. Object described may actually be this Pokemon. I have never even heard of that Pokemon. I didn't even know there was a that was a thing. That's wild. Oh gosh. Oh, there are white Floettes. I don't think I've actually seen a white one. Yeet. Man. Well, guess I'll have to take the chance. Unfortunate. Oh well. Because unfortunately, we cannot set up picnics underground. I think. Can we not? Yeah, you can't do it underground. Wow. That's pretty. Oh my gosh! Look at all these huge, gorgeous crystals! They go all the way to the bottom! Why's that Irish? Where did that come from? We're in a giant geode. One slip and we can kiss our short lives goodbye. Man, you really are pessimistic. Oh, good call. Watch your step. So the professor's down there somewhere, waiting for us. And that's fine. Totally fine. Alright, team. Watch yourselves, and let's get to the bottom of this thing. This place looks unreal. Maybe there really is treasure down here like the stories say. Yeah, this place is like something from a whole other world. Makes you feel like maybe you already died and went somewhere. Depressing. It's just me, or do the crystals here go off the same glow as when Pokemon terrestrialize? There's gotta be some sort of connection. That was what Heath said. Only one way to find out. Come on, everybody, let's keep moving. We've got to go all the way down. Dubba. Pretty. Looks like those crystals are a lab. I don't know if it's the last lab or if that's the research station. You won't fool me. Wild. Rip. Oak Treehouse trapped forever. So Miraidon came to our age through the time machine. And it lived here a while with the professor, along with another one of its kind? That seems to be the story. So we brought it back home, kinda. Or to its second home, at least. I guess this place should be familiar to it, sure. Oh, that's great. A chance to unwind and bask in the familiarity. That doesn't exactly jive with how it's been acting all spooked since we got here. Doesn't seem eager to come out of its ball anytime soon, either. Really? I thought it was just scared because we were so high up. No, I think it's afraid of maybe the other Miraidon. Or maybe just the other Pokemon. Who said it was scared of heights? Given how Miraidon was acting earlier, I think something bad happened to it down here. Sometimes you get all shaky just seeing the place that you got bad memories of. It was the same for me when I was being ignored by everyone in my class. This thing about school made me want to hide away somewhere. I know how it feels. The heck are these things? Oh, Benny. So maybe it got hurt down here in Area Zero, just like Mabastiff? We can't know for sure, but it doesn't change into its battle form anymore, right? So I think it's possible. But that's so sad. We gotta do something to make it feel better. And no, I'm not just saying it because I super badly want to battle me right on myself. You're part of the problem. Seriously? Well, at least you said it and not one of us. Nimona, you're kind of unbelievable in a mostly good way. That crystal is huge. Well, we ended up here first, so let's see what's inside. Open sesame. Hmm. Whoa, what happened? This place is a mess. Looks like something went berserk in here. Yeah, but what? Hello, children. Yeah, Professor, you scared us. Scared you, Penny. I'm sorry. Why is everything in here all busted up? I'm sorry. Hello, children. Come again? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hello, children. Hello. Hello. Hi, you. Hey. Hello? So. Stop that! You're creeping us out! Hello, child. Hello. Initiating restart. The professor must be having some weird connection problems or something, huh? Well, it was definitely weird, at least. Almost like, I don't know, a recording messing up. If he meant as a joke, it wasn't funny. I've still got goosebumps and all. Hmm. These crystals seem to be messing with the lab. Hmm. I guess. Okay. Check this log. My new assistant has intellect and technical skills to rival my own. A bit rigid at times, but I've got no serious complaints. Productivity has doubled. We even brought in a second Miraidon via the machine, though this one has proved aggressive. Hmm. I need more people, more time. That woman walked out long after the boy was born. I needed another set of hands. But could they be trusted? And how long would it take them to even understand? If only there were two of me. Hmm. Well, we're definitely not getting through that door. All locks disabled. Hello. Can you hear me now? Please give my previous transmission. There seems to be some signal interference. That's not what that was. What do you mean, Arvin? The locks have all been disabled at last. Please make your way now to the Zero Lab, which lies at the very bottom of Area Zero. Hmm. That was almost like, no, it can't be. Have you disabled the lock yet? I'm all for leaving this place as soon as we can. Looking at the damage, I have a feeling maybe some ferocious Pokemon battled here. Hmm. There was definitely something off about the professor just now, right? What are you doing, Doug Trio? Maybe it was just a little dramatic flair to get us all jazzed for more adventuring. There it is. What? That got you jazzed? Yeah, maybe even big time jazzed. You need to go see a doctor. That's just not right. Say, I'm pretty sure that call was really... never mind, it's nothing. A recording is not nothing. What's wrong, Arvin? You seem kinda down. No matter how things turn out, I'm counting on you to see this through, Violetta. I guess so. Yeah? And? Weird. Something strange here. Hmm. Looks like there's two ways to go from here. That looks like it's a dead end. So what could be over here? This crystal is gigantic. Hey, look, a Dunsparce. Oh. Well then. Yay. Critical hit. Ouch. Sad I didn't use this on the first turn. Hmm. Well then. Maybe not that. Yeah, steel, fighting steel. Lucario probably would have been better. Now that I know it has double edge though. I don't think it keeps its health if I leave, does it? Well, I'd rather catch it with a turn one quick ball anyway. by sucking in enough air to fill its long, narrow lungs. I didn't know that. Two-segment form. Still wish I could read Miraidon. Oh, there is more to go down this way. A diversion. Limit. I don't know what type this is. Whatever it is, that kills it. Man, that wasn't off guard. That's lame. What type is this thing? Crit. Lame. Oh. Power gem powerful. Man, confused for one turn. Alright, well its defense is significantly stronger now. I could hope for the flinch, or I could just go for a double edge. I'll just go for flinch. No flinch. Yep. Perfect. Yeah. There's not really a Pokeball that looks good with this thing, with the blue and purple aesthetic. Ultra Ball Yeet. Whatever. For catch. Yoink. Ba-ba-da-ba. Toxic mineral crystals look just like flower petals. Scatters poisonous powder like pollen. Wild. Neat. I always come back. There's so much stuff. There's so much area. Sure wish I could ride Miraidon so it didn't take forever. That'd be nice. These crystals are huge. Now it really looks like Avatar Way of Water or something. That's pretty. Haven't had any dialogue in a while. This looks more like a gym than anything. It's completely encapsulated in a crystal. What happened down here? Have we finally reached the deepest part? We made it! Ready to see if those legends of treasure down here are for real? Yeah, right. That's just fluff they write to fill the textbooks. Who could be calling me? Hello, children. You've done well to make it here. The structure you see before you is the Zero Lab. Or what's left of it. That's where you are, right, Professor? Wait, why does it look like the whole place is being swallowed up by crystals? The crystals here in Area Zero possess a peculiar energy. This energy can alter the functions of living things and optimize the performance of machinery. It is the same energy that allows Pokemon to terrestrialize. So, this entire building's been terrestrialized? Is that what you're saying? Don't be silly, Arvin. The professor implied something important about Terra Orbs just now. They're made from the crystals down here in Area Zero, aren't they? Indeed, though not many know it. Since you have disabled all 4 locks, the gate to the Zero Lab should now open for you. Once you open the gate, you will quickly be confronted with the dangerous Pokemon inside. They will likely make a break for freedom. With the 4 of you working together, you should be able to best them. Prepare yourselves well, then open the gate. Well, that's dangerous. You got me and Violetta here. Doesn't matter what we're up against. We'll be fine. Well, then that puts all my worries to rest. I'm sure this will go swimmingly. Times like these, I want to put a picnic on. No? Dang, what a shame. I should actually switch to Goodragon. I had Sneasel here to catch some Pokemon. Here we go. Whoops. It's weird. The lighting makes these Gibbles look different colors. Well, what could possibly go wrong? Oh boy. Push button. Hold it. Why? We're finally on the cusp of getting into the lab. Look, if it's true that a bunch of really dangerous Pokemon might come at us, then shouldn't we also have Miraidon help? Miraidon can't fight. Yeah, if Miraidon were like how we first saw it in the Inlet Grotto, that'd be a huge help. I want to see it battle. But it hasn't even wanted to let us ride it ever since we came down to Area Zero. And it can't enter its battle form in the first place. But it's really strong. I know it is. Ate all those Herba Mystica we found too. When it really matters, I'm sure it'll fight. And Area Zero is where it used to live. If you bring it out of its ball now, maybe it'll be able to find its family too, right? It's pretty sensible by your standards, Arvin. I don't know. Come on, Violetta, let Miraidon out. Hmm. Ugh. Well, you're not gonna get anywhere by just being scared. Gotta at least face your fears, buddy. Alright? Alright, come on, Violetta. Now that we've got Miraidon ready, it's time to open that gate. We're here for you, buddy. Oof. That is a big Miraidon. Whoa, the family reunion is happening! Whoa, no way! Easy, buddy. Hmm. Don't worry. Huh? What's wrong? You bummed that your heartwarming family reunion got cut off so quickly? Are you joking? There was nothing heartwarming about it! We were this close to getting caught up in a nasty brawl! Wait, for real? Just look at Miraidon. Poor thing's terrified. Guess that other one isn't exactly its pal. Yeah, and that other Pokemon was giving off some real bad vibes. Not that you should worry a thing about any of that. Once we get you back into your battle form, I'll surely be going toe-to-toe against that jerk. If, you want to. Sorry, I guess that doesn't really help, huh? Think that other Miraidon was one of the dangerous Pokemon the professor warned us to watch out for? But didn't the professor say that the dangerous Pokemon will come from inside? I mean, from inside the gate we just... Oh boy! Go time, Lemona! Catch the Hariyama! You other two try and stop the Delibird. And I've got the Juglius. Or the Hydreigon. Oh, there is a lot more. We're surrounded! It's pretty obvious they're not here to roll out a friendly welcome mat. No way we can handle this many. Now tell me they're all future Pokemon. The Iron Juggler. We've got this little disaster on our hands here. Look, even that fellow's ready to bail. I guess it's my turn. I've been waiting. Come on, Violetta, let's do this together. We'll set up a perimeter. Two people each. Or not, I guess. Never mind. You should two-shot it, if I remember rightly from the last one. Critical hit. Yep, I thought so. Ow. Let me get a clean switch into Let's get a clean switch into Invader while we can. Cutscene? Wow, they're strong. Now this is a worthwhile challenge. I'm glad you're on our side, but you're still really annoying when you say stuff like that. Yeah, why are they coming at me? You gotta help me out here. Guess I'm gonna be helping everyone today. Guess I'm gonna be part of every double fight. Well, so much for the clean switch into Invader. Why do I have to press A exactly once? That's so annoying. It's fighting, so this definitely ain't gonna work. Flower trick it is. Penny, please. I know you have other moves. Oh, of course, use close combat on me. Well, it definitely dies to the next hit now. Before it close combats anyone else, I might as well just kill it. I'll say nothing. I will say nothing. I'll say nothing at all. Guess we're using U-turn for the rest of this. U-turn must be terrifying. Thanks, Miraidon. You're the most helpful person. You're the most helpful person today. Oh no, they're running away! Yeah, and? Those Pokemon get out, we're gonna have a gigantic mess on our hands. We gotta go after them, Penny. Why me? What? Wait! Hold on, about. Why do I get the feeling you're enjoying all this? I hope the two of them can handle their part. But at least the crowd's been thinned out now. Guess it's up to us to deal with what's left. Let's go for this strong-looking one first. At least I know what type this one is because I've fought it. So is it Dragon Steel? I hate that I have to press A exactly once. It's annoying. Yeah, it is Dragon. Oh, I'm full health. Why am I full health? That's too easy. Oh, whatever. Critical hit. And lowered attack. Beautiful. Oh, you have play. I forgot you also have play rough. Very nice. See? The power of friendship had us perfectly in sync, all thanks to our Titan hunting together. There, buddy. There. A little scared, huh? You worried you might have to face the other one of your kind? Well then, let me take on some of the burden. You stragglers should be nothing. Me and Mavelstiff here can take them. I don't know if that's true. You're a dark type. That's not true. They're fighting. So, Violetta, you take your partner there and go take care of business. Yeah, the last time you did this, Mavelstiff almost died. Oh, come on. If you're not even going to rely on your friends, then who are you going to rely on? Mavelstiff here is raring to go. Leave this to us. Miraidon, you really ruined my whole childhood, you know. It's not like seeing you cowering and scared out of your wits makes me feel any better about it. You got amazing powers if you just use them. And you got us too, so don't even think about losing to that jerk. Be brave, stand up and fight. Whatever you say, man. I just fell down. This is a terrible idea. Oh, I'm full health again. Alright, no fear. It's Electric Dragon, if I remember rightly. You have ground type. Steel resists electric, and it resists dragon, if I remember rightly. So if you don't mind... Oh, it just broke out, huh? Take a look around. Tulo! Tulo! Microscope and various samples. Sorry, I had to check. Human presence detected within the Zero Lab. Activating sleep mode. What the? Hello, Violetta. Thank you for coming. No, back to your ball. That thing was roaming free, it was yours? That one is far less tractable and far more aggressive than the one you've traveled with. Your Maridon fled Area Zero because it lost to the other one in a territorial struggle. I'm afraid that there is something for which I must apologize. I am not the true Professor Turo. Yeah, the glowing eyes kind of tipped me off. I am an artificial intelligence the Professor created, imbued with his memories and knowledge. In short, I am an AI-powered bot. The real Professor passed away during the incident that destroyed the research station number 4. Oh. What incident? The Pokemon was not to be blamed. It was the original Professor who failed to accurately judge its full power. I believe the Professor wanted nothing more than for the Maridon to survive and thrive. That is why he threw himself in front of your Maridon in an attempt to protect it. From the time I first reached out to Director Clavel and asked to be put in contact with you, I was never more than an AI. Violetta, the reason I asked you to come to me is because I have one last thing to do here at the Zero Lab, and I desire your help. In short, I wish for you to put a stop to the time machine the original Professor created. Any questions can be addressed as we make our descent. Follow me. Oh, that was a lot to take in. That's friggin' rough. Well, I guess we have a time machine, so maybe that's not such a bad thing. But also, what? Uh, he actually just died? That never happens in AAA games. No one dies. Except parents. Oh. He can roll for emblems. This elevator will take us down to the lower level. Step inside. So how did he put his intelligence in a bot? Violetta, it is truly a great relief to me that you came. I will answer any questions you may have. Is there anything you wish to know? Well, most important first, the time machine is a device that the original professor and I worked on together. It sends Pokeballs to a different point on the timeline to catch Pokemon there, and it can then draw them back here to the present. When he was alive, Professor Turo had a great fascination with Pokemon from another age, what you might call future Pokemon. Even as we speak, the time machine continues to automatically draw future Pokemon to this time. Is there anything else you wish to ask? What's an AI? An AI is an artificial intelligence created by a human being. The computer draws on the original professor's knowledge and memories to calculate all of my thoughts and actions. The results of those calculations are expressed by this mechanical body, built to resemble the professor in every way. Humanity does not, in fact, possess the knowledge to develop such a sophisticated AI at present, but the crystals that make up the Zero Lab have made such a thing possible here. They are also why I cannot leave this place. Is there anything else you wish to ask? How did he die? As I explained to you before, the original professor no longer exists. During the destruction of the research station, his physical body received grievous injuries that left it unable to sustain life. I'm afraid that this fact may be difficult for his son Arvin to accept. I now manage the Zero Lab in the original professor's place. Is there anything else you wish to ask? The original professor had a dream of a world in which future Pokemon might live alongside present-day Pokemon in harmony. These Pokemon have gained a strange power due to their adaptations in the distant future, and this power has proved too terrible. Their very existence brings destruction to the ecological balance of this current age. The original professor would say that such destruction is a natural part of life. At present, the barrier around Area Zero is still working to keep the future Pokemon from escaping into the rest of Paldea. But we've begun to see Pokemon appear that can break the barrier, such as Iron Treads. Eventually they will break free of this walled garden as Area Zero and run rampant across the Paldea region. And when they do, the rich and varied ecosystem of Paldea will be trampled beneath their coming. I may have been created as a copy of the Professor, and yet I cannot seem to find the logic in allowing such a tragedy to occur. But any hope of preventing it would require overcoming the greatest AI that the original Professor ever devised. Violetta, you have become a formidable trainer. Now use that strength you have gained to destroy the dream Turo once cherished. I mean, I'm not going to let every Pokemon in this age die because he thought some robots were cool. I too enjoy future Pokemon and the future. I don't want to destroy the past to do it. That seems to defeat the point. I appreciate your willingness to help. We have reached the lowest level. Well, Arvin's an anime protagonist, confirmed. What the? Behold. This is the time machine we perfected using the power of the terrestrial phenomenon. Cool. I almost stayed straight. To stop the time machine, you will need to use the Professor's ID, which has been embedded within the Violet Book. It was very like the Professor to put the final key we would need in that book, of all places. He loved that volume since childhood. If you place the Violet Book upon the pedestal here, you will stop the time machine. There is just one issue. If you try to stop the machine, I will most likely attack you. Artificial being that I am, my own desires can be overridden by the system's programming. That's dark. Then again, I guess that's really no different than the fight or flight response in a human that can take someone who's protecting something near and dear to them and make them run away. Once that happens, I'm afraid I will become no more than a battle machine, bound to defeat anyone identified as an obstacle by my code. My battling abilities are peerless. They are built upon analyses of all the battles carried out by the various champions of the Paldea region. Well, I'm better than all of them, so that's fine. Having seen the bond between you and your Pokemon, however, I believe you can prevail. Once you have readied yourself for this fight, please place the Violet Book upon the pedestal. Alright, well, I guess Miraidon's probably not first, then. Oh, here you go. Alright, cool. Freaking rip. Man, this is trippy as butts. I shall. I'm ready. Fight me. ID confirmed, Professor Turo. Access granted. Initiating emergency shutdown. Please wait. Please wait. Access denied. Shutdown command overridden. Reinitializing. It is up to you now, Violetta. AI Turo switching to sleep mode. Activating offensive protocols. Oh boy. Please, defeat me. At last. At last, my dream is within reach. And you are not getting in the way. AI Turo has initiated a battle. So does he just have as many Master Balls as he wants? Oh, crud. So is this Fire Steel then? Oh, crud. That's the worst. I can't even switch in Lucario to this one. I don't know who you think you are, but I'm not about to let anyone get in the way of my goals. Yeah. See ya. Goodbye. How's the music? Frickin' dope. Oh gosh, who's gonna survive? Like it's, but this was Bug Fire before, so it's probably Fire Steel. That sucks. Dragon's probably my best bet. Muddy Water will probably do decent damage. Oh, sick! It used poison. That's not what I was hoping for. This is the power the distant future holds. Splendid, isn't it? It goes first. Don't crit. I crit! I've gotten crit 4 times in 6 attacks. Just as calculated. A critical hit to your Pokemon. It's time you simply gave up, child. Now, this is interesting, child. Do you actually understand the future Pokemon's weaknesses? More than I should. I'm outsped. It sees the kill, so it almost assuredly would use Sludge Wave again. Which means I could probably switch in this for free. Wow, Mensa calculated to a crit. What a chat. His math is beyond our understanding. Please use Sludge Wave. Yes! Free switch! Now watch, it immediately uses Fire type, and it outspeeds me again. This never misses. Chance to increase attack 5 times. I'll risk that it doesn't outspeed me. Shit! Do you imagine you can best the wealth of data at disposal with your human brain? I got news for you, bro. You also had a human brain. That sucks. It's fire poison. Well, it's made of... all the other future types have been steel. Juglia's Bundle and Hands have all been steel. That sucks. Okay. Electric fighting. Weird. That sounds awful like grass Pokemon to me. Huh. It wasn't. Well then. If it's ground, this will not work. So that doesn't work. I do not have good options here. What are my options here? Electric rock. Pain. What the fucking... Probably, yeah. That's probably the best bet I have right now. How much health do they have? I need to heal about 80? 180? Yeah. I'm gonna... Yep, I thought that would happen. It didn't matter. It didn't matter if it was dark, ground, dragon, or steel. All of it killed me there. Which is not great. This might work. Or it won't. It might lower accuracy. It worked! I lowered accuracy! Miss it! Shit! Oh, live with one. Friggin' crits. The only thing that's hard is the fact that I have been crit about 70% of the time down here. Not iron bundle. I'm not allowed to switch either. Yeah. Ice, my one weakness. If I can hope that I outspeed it. Shit. Unfortunate. What a beast! What a beast! Too bad I died to the freeze. Luckily, I had the S-Peer Berry, just in case they freeze me, you fool! Now it lived! Alright, it outspeeds me, which is not great. Does grass resist ice? No, it doesn't. It is super effective against grass. That's not great. If anybody outspeeds, it probably would be you, if I had to guess. But I don't know if you would survive the hit. Same goes for you. You can see if you survive the hit. Saved by luck. I mean, it's been nothing but luck since I got down here. Crits, surviving hits, all kinds of madness the whole way through. Of all the moves I expected it to use, that was not it. No, it started snowing. Ouch. Not the iron hands. I probably should have switched. What do I even have for this? Freaking fighting. I have flying. No, I don't, because they're dead. What is it? Flying, fairy, and... I guess technically ghost. Yeah, so you getting healed would be awfully handy. No, dragon doesn't do anything here. I'm never gonna use these, I might as well. Man! If it close combats, it's actually it'll have lower defense, so I guess that's fine. I should have used Tail Whip. Critical hit. I'm the final boss now. No! What sort of error has occurred here? Recalculating for critical damage. He's playing crit range now. Ow. Shit. Alright, and with this, I still have Zorato, which Play Rough should kill. In theory. I outspeed it. I don't know if there's really a benefit to me using this. This usually does more damage anyway, since they never have a held item. Oh, it didn't this time. Oh, wasn't super effective. It is electric fighting. Shit. It probably sees a kill here. So I'm just gonna fly away. Oh boy. That's not great. I stalled out the snow. Yeah. So if it is electric fighting, then Fairy should still hit it for super effective. Or I could just stall it out since it's on fire. That would work too. Why not just kill it? That's also half attack damage now. But I don't know if it's any of its moves or special, so just kill it. Just kill it. Why risk it? Arjogulus. This one's Dragon Steel, I think. I have Fairy. This is fine, probably. I don't know if I one-shot it though, which is unfortunate. And I can't heal, which is unfortunate. Boy, I sure hope this crits. That's worse! That is worse! I didn't get crit though. So now what's my plan? Flamethrower! That is an unfortunate miss. Boy, I hope you don't get outsped. Nah. Alright, now Miraidon, huh? Oh boy. Oh no, there's even more. No, fuck. Yeah. Everything is proceeding within my expectations. I'm afraid the probability of you winning is 0. It feels that way. It's not great. Oh boy. Wait, is this his last one? That doesn't make sense. This is his last one. I outspeed it. If I confuse it and it misses twice, I win. If I hit it and it one-shots me, I lose. If I crit, it might kill. Oh boy. If I confuse it and it misses, I lose. So I think my highest probability of winning is Terrastalize, Electro Ball, critting, and it uses an attack that can miss. I think that is my highest probability of winning. And I also have to hope that it's not steel and resistant to electricity. Shit. If it's fairy, this kills. If it's not steel, if it's steel, this nothing kills. So I mean, I guess I just have to hope that it's not steel then, don't I? Shit. Shit. Ooh, I just have to hope it misses. Shit. Ah, unfortunate. Alright. If it paralyzes and doesn't get to move, I'm pretty sure I kill it. It's all on you. If the paralyze keeps it from moving, I can kill it. If it's steel, that does nothing. Psychic, fairy, and steel are the three types it could be. Psychic, nothing matters. Fairy, this doesn't hit. And steel, which it almost assuredly is, so I'm not using that. And steel, I think this does less damage. So I think I'm better off with muddy water. Can't move. You go first? Yes! You outspeed it? What? 69, nice. Impossible. Impossible. Gudra surviving 2 KOs, even though they got crit 3 times. I got crit 3 times and missed a move. And still won. Oh, the clutch. Oh, it was so close. Pikachu static. Oh, that's right, it has speed. I totally forgot. I totally forgot that has speed. Violetta. uh. What is this? Do you already beat all the baddies without me? Yeah, because you're slow. That's not an insult, that's just an observation. You're bad at running. Okay, out with it, you. Who are you, really? Thank you for everything. The time machine has he has finally been stopped. You're really not my dad, are you? Look how big you've grown. So proud of you, my... Sorry, you were alone so long, Arvid. Dad? Security system failure. Security system failure. Threat to time machine detected. Threat to time machine detected. Whoa, what's going on now? Is another army of Pokemon on its way here? It cannot be. Miraidon, no. An obstacle is preventing the time machine from performing as intended. Activating Paradise Protection Protocol to remove the offending... Well, was keeping the time machine running truly all the professor cared about? Those registered to Turo's ID. Program initializing. Gathering terrestrial energy. I'm sorry, children. This is too much for you. You must run. AI Turo disabled. Paradise Protection Protocol initialized. You are not getting in my way. Not again. I have one Pokemon on 1 health. Mona, I'm gonna need you to back me up. Yeah, I don't know why you thought that would work. Cannot battle. It's true. Our Pokeballs won't work. How are we even supposed to battle? I salute you. I'm gonna need you, buddy. I should have given him the booster energy. Static burn saved you like flamethrower burn saved you. Awesome. We've had very similar runs. My boy! Scripted fight, let's go! I can't lose! Let's go! My boy! They grow up so fast. Oh, they're gonna make me actually fight. Crazy. I figured it would just be a cutscene at this point, because I certainly can't lose. Thought I had burned Valiant so Squawkabilly could come in, survive a hit, and kill him with 80% accurate move. Electro Drift. Well, it's not super effective as far as I can tell. Well, that's useless. Oh yeah, do you have a... Oh, you do not have a Trastalize. Or you do, and I wasted it. Unfortunate. I see no particular reason why I wouldn't use this. So, Electro Drift this. Oh yeah? Why do you have Taunt? It's not very effective. It changed into its battle form. Let's go, Miraidon. You got this. From the BM. For the absolute BM. I don't have any normal type attacks because all of mine are special attacks, so Taunt really doesn't do anything for me. Well, I guess I might as well use this then. You will fall here, within this garden paradise, and achieve nothing in the end. Dang, they got me. I believe in you. You can do it. You will not be allowed to destroy my paradise. Obstacles to my goals will be eliminated. It's charging power! The special defense. Oh, Zick, I can use other moves. This is like it could be bad. Hang in there, Violetta. Yeah, cheer for us. That helps in the raids. No? Alright, well, worth a shot. The data say I am superior. Fall and become a foundation upon which my dream may be built. What a bro! You took that hit like a champ. You can do this. I know you can. Let's go. Scripted fight. Oh man, can we really not pull off a win here? This doesn't look good. Hey, Violetta, your terror orb's glowing. Let's go. Violetta, Miraidon, terrestrialize and finish this off. Let's go. Attack doesn't help me, but cool. Let's go. Special attack. Maximum power. Yeah, sure. Dragon's super effective on Dragon. Screw it. Yo! Miraidon! Use Terra Black! End this! Maximum power! Take him down. It's super effective! Darn! You defeated the Paradise Protection Protocol. Shutting down. Self-destruct initiated. What the heck does Scarlet's final section look like? Because I doubt the past professor gave herself a robot. Now I'm going to have to watch. I'm going to have to find out. You did it! It's not going berserk anymore? How? How very astounding. To think that you would manage to defy even the original professor's final protections. Are you back to normal? Yes, a completely unforeseen outcome. Even for an AI possessing the most sophisticated technology ever conceived. Even on the brink of despair, you children did not give in, and instead proved your worthiness, showing the wisdom to think for yourselves, the courage to hold faith in your friends, and the fortitude to do what had to be done. No matter how challenging of a future may await you, I believe you will be capable of walking. You will be capable of whatever paths you choose for yourself now, with pride. I thank you, Violetta. I thank all of you, children. You children. But I am afraid that the time machine cannot be put to a complete stop, so long as you children are capable. It appears I myself am part of the system that ensures the machine reboots when stopped. What does that mean? I am sorry. You know, when I was watching you all on your adventures from down here, I felt a sense of jealousy. I envied you, your freedom, the way that you came together, working in league with your fellows and caring for them, the way that you sought strength and to better yourself, throwing all you are into your battles, the way that you would face down even the greatest enemies to save that which you loved. You loved. You loved. The way that you never ceased to love. you seek, nor to fight for a treasure all your own. Ah, and the way that you soared free through the very skies on those wings of love. I wish that I too might be as free as you all, free to seek out that which I might treasure above all else. Not bound. Your own treasure. As long as I remain here, the time machine will not stop, for I am inextricably connected to it. So I've made a decision to love. I will use the time machine to journey to the world of the future that I have dreamed of. What? You can't just leave right now, right when we finally reached you! I am not going only so that the time machine can be stopped. I also cannot be stopped and deny my desire to see that future world for myself. Is this what it feels like to have your heart race with the thrill of adventure? Arvin, I am sorry that I kept the truth from you for so long. I inherited all the thoughts and wishes of the professor, all of the love, so I may understand better. Your father truly was capable, loved you, loved the time machine. You can't just go and say that now. No, I suppose you're right. I am capable. Arvin, Miraidon, Violetta, Arvin. It is a little sad, but I'm afraid this is the goodbye. Dad! Farewell, my free adventurers. I bid you adieu. DuckTales. Woo-hoo. Think of me with you! I want to see the future! Just explodes. Rip. How could you just go? Dad. Arvin, you okay, bud? Yeah. Somewhere deep down, I kind of already knew it. I knew that thing was fake, but when it said my name, using his voice and wearing his face, even if it was fake, it felt real, you know? And so sorry. I don't know what I'm saying. That's okay. Buddy! You're better! Wait, did the other Miraidon go to the future? I guess Miraidon is sad too. Oh, but that battle form, how cool is that? It's so strong! If it tries to nudge at me for a belly rub while it's huge like this, I seriously think I'm gonna die. Hey now, let's not skip over the big win here. Miraidon just saved all of Paldea! That's right. You both did amazing. You monster. Thanks, Violetta. You killed the other Miraidon. Unfortunate. I mean, it was still floating when I beat it. I assumed it lived. Should have thrown a Pokeball. Wait, it was already in a Pokeball. It was in a Master Ball. It was in the Master Ball! That son of a bitch! He took the only Master Ball to the future! Wait a minute! dirty thief! He didn't throw me Miraidon's Pokeball before he left! You son of a bitch! So help me, I will have my entire future generations remember this, so when the future happens, they will take it from you. He's gonna get to that future and immediately get mugged by my descendants. God damn, son of a... frickin'... Ah. Yeah, that's my bud Violetta for you. You know, Arvin, even though the professor's gone, I bet he's finally having a really fun adventure of his own in the future. Yeah, getting mugged by me. Yeah. Thanks, Penny. Yeah, sorry. What should we do now, Violetta? Catch all the Pokemon! I don't want to stay down here, so let's go home. You said it. Come on, everyone. Let's make our way home. So you wouldn't happen to be able to fly now, could you, buddy? Because we kind of need to get out of here. We're kind of relying on you. Buddy? Coming in, game to 100 and cram to 69% world record on Unite. You are ready for Christmas. How long does it take to load? Do I have to press a button? Oh, I guess I did. Why does Nemona get to pet Miraidon? Okay, everybody, listen up. What is it? Let's take the long road home. I get a little more fun out of this adventure. What could possibly be fun about walking home? I don't really... Sounds great. If we can load up on snacks first, I'm in. Man, you got excited as soon as we left. Hey, Violetta, not you too. Game crashes and you have to fight Turo again. I mean, I got crit like 4 times in that fight. It can't possibly go worse. Alright, fine. I guess we're doing this. Suddenly, the first voices we've heard in the entire game. How was the story? Decent. Oh, I get it. Tatsugiri is sushi and he gets eaten by the cat. I get it. I never saw it from the bottom until now. Music hits though. Get crit 5 times and wipe. Celestia. I'm dying on this hill. I haven't played Black and White, but considering it as all I know about it is that it's about truth and morality or whatever, fighting with Reshiram, Zekrom, and Kyurem. I imagine that probably didn't end well. It's kind of weird because they said that there was a Pokemon responsible for the crystal energy for terrestrialization, but then they never actually reveal which Pokemon it is. I think we're supposed to assume that it's Koraidon and Miraidon, but also what's weird is surely they didn't have the past professor get a bot, right? So what the heck was the story for that? Surely she didn't get a robot, right? So how did this happen with her? Surely she didn't go to the past. Is it just like a magic portal instead of science? It's just a portal. And she has to sacrifice herself to go to the past? Like, what the heck? It's also very strange that they actually just outright killed him. That does not happen. I feel like that does not happen often. Especially in AAA. They just outright killed his dad. I feel like they just did it for the emotional impact, too, because they could have just as easily had him live down here. And it's like, oh, you got me. I'm back. I had to jump in the time machine to get away, and you guys have to turn it on to bring me back. And oh no, the time machine went wrong. Guess I'm stuck here. I feel like it could have just as easily have been that. They just killed him. That's rough. They also made the Miraidon kill him. That sucks. Which also does explain why we don't get it. That's why we don't get to have it. It's like, oh no, that thing's a murderer. that Pokemon. Also, they had a Pokemon kill somebody in a modern game. That's wild. Pokemon's getting dark, dude. It's getting dark. Also, you get to catch the other Miraidon. What? But it's in a Master Ball. That doesn't make sense. It's been caught. What? He released it. I guess it would be more accurate to say that he went to the future before the other Miraidon could go back in its ball. So he just took the Pokeball with him to the future, and now technically it doesn't exist. So it's not, so Miraidon is no longer registered to a Pokeball. And obviously, you know, like, if he was in the future, it's like, oh right, I should probably, you know, like, not have this, but oh well. Thank you, my treasured friends. What, we're back at school? Lame. Yay! Friendship. Oh. Oh no. Miss Violetta, Miss Nimona, Master Arvin, and Miss Penny. Director Clavel would like to see you in his office. Oh no! I mean, your world, I don't know if I can go to Area Zero with you. Well, let me do this first, I guess. Ah, looks like the hero's finally here. Would you join us, Miss Violetta? I haven't done anyone other than these four's voices in so long. We're in for an earful, aren't we? Guess we'll find out soon enough. No need for concern, you two. I'm not angry in the slightest. You should be. We destroyed the planet. I merely called you all here to discuss your fine achievements in this year's treasure hunt. You shut down the professor's time machine and thus prevented the Pokemon from the future from running rampant across Paldea. Your actions were truly outstanding in every regard, and I couldn't be prouder of you all. Though your decision to enter a strictly off-limits area was admittedly regrettable. You got us there. However, since this was necessary to protect Paldea and its precious ecosystems, I'm willing to overlook that particular point. What do you mean you're willing to overlook it? So we're not getting raked over the coals after all. Oh, but before I forget, Miss Violetta, there's something I would like you to have. Each of your friends has received one already, so this one is for you. Sweet! They finally canonically acknowledged that we could realistically just make as many Master Balls as we wanted. Sick. The ultimate level of performance. One of these days we're going to get a Pokemon game where every Pokeball has a 100% chance. Oh, and about the Hall of Fame badge I gave you a short while ago. That gift is one we bestow only upon students who achieve truly remarkable feats. I don't remember getting that badge. Oh, was that on the picture? I didn't even look. I expect you to honor what that badge represents by striving always to serve as a model for your fellow students. I got it! Splendid! Such enthusiasm will surely take you far in life. And, Master Arvin, I was so sorry to hear about the professor. You have my deepest condolences. Ah, well, I was not thinking about that for a while, but thanks for reminding me. Yeah, it was pretty rough when I found out my dad had died, but weirdly enough, my head actually feels clear now, for the first time in ages. In the Great Crater, I got to learn about a bit about my dad's research and what he was trying to achieve down there. I guess if you're building something as mind-blowing as a time machine, that takes priority over showering your son with attention, huh? Not really, no. Time machine is forever. Child is temporary. All I know is I'm done feeling like some lost little kid. Done. Time to say goodbye and move on. I'm gonna enjoy every last day till graduation with my buds here, and Mabastiff, of course. Well said, Master Arvin. You truly are your father's son. Of course, I must remind you that you've nowhere near enough credits to graduate. You'll need to study frantically to catch up, but I have every expectation of your success. What? Oh. Maybe going for all those Titans wasn't such a good idea. And let us not forget the other good news. Our academy has a new champion! Though we sadly cannot make your valiant deeds in the Great Crater known to the public, your new champion rank, at least, should be celebrated throughout the whole school. Oh, I know how we should celebrate. We should hold a Pokemon battle contest. Well, of course you would suggest that. Seriously, could we not? Classic Nimona. A Pokemon battle contest, you say? Well, your own vested interests in such a venture are more than apparent, Miss Nimona. I think it's a fine idea. But please understand that a large-scale event will be quite beyond us. We've many other school activities to keep an eye on, after all. Pardon me while I slide into your DMs. The Pokemon League will, of course, happily lend a hand in organizing this contest. La primera? Well, well, a most kind offer, Chairwoman Gita. I do everything in my power to nurture young and upcoming talent. Though that's not to say the only youth have premise when it comes to Pokemon battles. A former gym leader, the developer of the Pokédex app, this academy clearly counts many skilled trainers of Pokemon among its staff. As such, my suggestion is as follows. Students and staff should compete for the title of strongest trainer at the academy. We get to beat up our teachers! Let's go! I'm so gonna make Miss Dendra eat dirt. It's gonna be hilarious. Do we get to beat up the gym trainers again? Whoa! We get to battle the teachers? You compete too, right, Pinata? That's a terrible idea. Is that even allowed? The chairwoman's not part of the academy, right? Actually, I think she's the chairwoman of the school board as well as of the Pokemon League. Wait, for real? I mean, I knew she was on another level, but wow! Thank you for the invitation, Champion Nimona. I would gladly take up your kind offer to compete alongside you all, but I'm afraid my schedule is already packed tight with work that I simply must attend to. Aw, can't you free up some time somehow? Well, I suppose I might be able to participate if Champion Violetta would agree to lend me a hand with my work. What can I do? Excellent answer. Much obliged, Champion Violetta. To get straight to it, I would like you to go out and inspect Paldea's various gyms in my stead. Oh. Are they fulfilling their duties as beacons of strength and inspiration for all those aiming to achieve champion rank? Or has their brilliance started to fade? To find this out, I ask that you bring your full might as champion to bear against each of the gym leaders and test their prowess in battle. They are all trainers of exceptional talent, handpicked by me personally. I do not expect you'll find any cracks in their armor, but, well, consider it a formality. This will also provide the perfect stage for your first appearance as a new champion. Since all the gym leaders will still be expecting me to carry out the inspection, I imagine they'll have mustered their full strength. I dare say they might be more of a challenge than when you faced them before. Some of them were level 10, so I would hope so. You get to have all-out battles with the gym leaders? Man, I'm jealous. I mean, you want to do it? By all means. Now then, on to another crucial matter. I'd like to discuss with Penny here how to patch the weaknesses in our league point system. But there's a bunch of anime I've missed I was just gonna binge. Thank you in advance for your willing and eager cooperation. Yeah, I mean, I'll do it. I'll help, let me help. Excellent. We'll leave you all to it then. Come now, Penny. Oh, I was in the middle of JoJo 6. This is awesome, Violetta! Show this inspection thing who's boss so that La Primera can join our tournament, okay? And enjoy taking another swing at the gym gauntlet while you're at it. I'll take care of filling out forms and other administrative stuff so the ball gets rolling on the tournament in the meantime. I say, it's wonderful to see you all showing such initiative. You each have a critical role to play. Penny assisting the league, our new champion inspecting gyms, Nimona arranging an event for the school. Give it your best, everyone. Guess my role's so obvious it goes without saying. Well, you're gonna cater, obviously. You're the only person in the world who's cooked with Herba Mystica. Your role was obvious to begin with. Oh, I've accidentally walked out the door. Why is there a Pokeball on the floor? Is anyone else seeing this? Oh! If you select Maridon while the main menu is open, you can now have a change between Battle Form and Ride Form. Sick, I can dupe. Does anyone else see that Pokeball? Just me? Huh. I can't click on it. Yeah, it's past the invisible wall. Interesting. I haven't done either of these yet. I guess I could just leave. It's supposed to indicate the center of a space. Weird. That was accidentally left it in during debug. Nice. Oh. I guess that's where I'm going next. Ow. My eyes. My eyes. Oh gosh, my text speed is still trash. Hold on, that needs to change now. Ah, that's better. Oh, that's better. Oh, alright, I can finally move. Think of me with you. You say so. Bow, bow. Bow, bow. Doodly-dee-dee. Dee-dee-dee-dee. What the? Ooh, sick. Then get with code password. Happy holidays. Got it. Happy H0L1 days. Awesome. Mighty Cinderace. Oh, was it a 5? I didn't even notice. No, it's wrong. Ah, dang it. Now I don't know what it was. Oh, it was an S. You're a fool. Why did I think it was a Z? Why did I think it was a Z? Sick. That's one ice type. Let's go. Wow. Yay! Let's go. I don't care. There you go, stream. There's your code. Slightly behind the text. W94MNR. That's WN4MN9. Thunder. I think my blood pressure is high today. Maybe it's because it's cold. I can finally use Miraidon again, thank goodness. Yo! Got a shiny one. I'm busy. It's so far away. Oh, he's gone. Away. Two shiny Iron Valiants. Within 10 minutes of each other. Some bullshit. This is apparently my goal. I guess I'll just teleport to Research Station 4. Let's see if... This is a Pokeball here. Weird. Should I just start enabling the locks now? I'm not allowed. They still never did explain what these crystals were. I guess Miraidon's hexagonal. I guess that's the closest we'll get. Unless they do announce DLC, which is almost a guarantee at this point. I'm pretty sure this game was even more successful than Sword and Shield was. And that got 2 DLC packs. Actually, Miraidon isn't not hexagonal. I thought they were, but it's only the pixels on their eyes. They're not actually hexagonal. So it is definitely a different Pokemon. I guess they are setting up for DLC. Huh. Weird. Geronimo! Oh my gosh, what the? No! Electric Dragon. You have a fairy type move. I guess that's good enough. On the off chance that I can kill this, I'm going to turn autosave off. Turns out we can't see each other here? Really? Oh, weird. On the off chance that I can kill this, I'm going to save. It's gone. Oh my gosh. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Die. Come on. Ow. Die. You didn't die. That's cringe. I feel like Quick Ball would look good on this thing, I guess. Might as well risk it. Oh no, Ultra Ball. Easy. I also had an Iron Hands guarding Miraidon. Yeah. So help me if you get out of this, I'm using Play Rough again. That's what I thought. No, my level 69 Lucario. This Pokemon shares many similarities with Iron Hands, an object mentioned in a certain exposition journal. Alright. Hey, that's a good raid boss Pokemon. Sick. Anyway, never gonna care about you again. Did I save? I'm gonna save again just in case. Didn't work. Dang it, now you're not at full health. Motto healing. It's solid. Do I have to interact with it? Oh, it's the same as the guaranteed Paradox Pokemon. Dang it. I'm not allowed to sneak attack it. The cutscene. Oh, you again. I should have put Miraidon in battle mode. That would have been a smart idea. Oh well. I sure hope I can't kill it. It's level 72. Oh no. Rock's not effective against grass, right? Ow. That's such a waste, right? Like, come on. Oh, maybe Heal Ball? I'm thinking Heal Ball. Luxury. Ah, it's gotta be Luxury Ball. It's gotta be. Actually, if that was super effective, then that means I can use another move that's not super effective, and it won't kill it. In theory. Oh, it's got like a smidge of health. Well, on the off chance it has a recoil move, I guess I'll just not. Steel resists electric, I'm pretty sure. I think. It needs like one hit to go into red. I'm sad. Whatever. Pokeball. I'll get a crit eventually. It's only got 5 uses, so whatever. It was not very effective, but it does not matter. It one-shots no matter what. Legendary, be legendary. Just on the off chance of a crit, I'm not going to use another Pokeball. No crit. Bad. It's charging. I could confuse it, but it might kill itself. Not worth. Crit. Get a crit. No crit. Let's go, you lived. What a beast. What an absolute beast. Crit. No crit. Bad. Let's go! What a beast! I killed it purposefully. Well, that doesn't surprise me somehow. I don't even want to risk putting this in an Ultra Ball. It's charging. It didn't have to wait a turn after using Hyper Beam. That's lame. No crits. I'm not getting any crits lately. My luck has been terrible today. Like, just absolutely abysmal. That's 3. Oh yeah, I have to worry about it struggling, don't I? No, Power Gem has quite a few uses. They'll be fine. You do know you can fail a crit cap? Yeah, but my chances of getting it are much higher. No crit. Sad. I believe. I believe. I also probably could just hit it at this point. Yeah, it doesn't have a self-damage move, so I could confuse it or do whatever. I could also just try this fight again. It's not like I'm really wasting much. Perfection. Critical hit. Let's go. Look at that. Look at that. With the crit. Play within crit range, baby. Dang it. Shoo. I'm gonna have to start reviving. Yeah, because you're definitely... No, it doesn't have a dragon type move, does it? It has Hyper Beam. Is Hyper Beam dragon type or normal type? I think it's normal type. It has Hyper Beam, it has electric, and it has electric, it has normal, and it has rock. None of which are strong against you. And it has charge. Rock, however, is super effective against you, so you're definitely getting one shot. So I use a timer ball for the lulz. Nah. Start reviving. Rock, electric. Rock? No. Rock, electric, normal. Rock, electric, normal. So, yeah, you resist it pretty well once it runs out of electric drives. And Hyper Beam makes it waste a turn every time. So I'm gonna have plenty of time for this. You're weak to rock, you're weak to rock. Rock, normal, electric, you're fine. Rock, normal, electric, you're also fine. Blue. Okay, so that's another turn that it spends recovering. I guess Pikachu's not weak to rock, is it? But still low health as well. I should have put a Pokemon that has Hypnosis. But I don't think I have any that can put someone to sleep at level 70, fortunately. I could actually no, I could teach Gardevoir Hypnosis again. I could have them remember a move and use Hypnosis. Do they outspeed though? I'm not sure. I could, however, just switch them in on a death after a Hyper Beam. And then they would guarantee get it. So it doesn't matter. See, we're forming strats. We're forming strats. Now we find out if Hyper Beam is Dragon or not. Yeet. One shake, two shakes. We're alright at two shakes. A crit catch is looking very likely to catch it now. We're now in crit catch range. Yeet! It might actually be at risk of struggling soon, which is not great. Not the charge power gem. Blast. Yeet. Man. I wonder what the odds are on a crit catch. Not the charge power gem. Man. This might actually start struggling soon, which is not great. Finally used another one. Is that 4 or 5? I've lost count. I think that's 5. I don't think it can one-shot me anymore. Low catch rate. It might use Hyper Beam here, I'm not sure. Not gotten any crit catches. It's unfortunate. Not the charge power gem. That was 5. Okay. Now it's out of those. You resist normal type, so you could probably survive a Hyper Beam. Yo, Drag. What up? It's special defense. It can't go any higher. Can we get much higher? Eat. I'm definitely gonna need Hypnosis. PS5 because it was on sale? Let's go, dude. Persona 5 Strikers. Unfortunate. It is starting to run out of moves, and if it struggles, that is unfortunate. It's just charging at this point. Is it out of power gems? Why do you have an Eevee? Why don't you? What do you mean? Use some Ultra Balls to weaken it. Almost used the Master Ball, that would have been bad. Oh, it still has Power Gem. It's just deciding to not use them. 69 Ultra Balls. No, why did I use one? Shit. I have a good feeling about this one. Crit. Nah, crit. I don't have very many more chances before it just starts struggling, I'm pretty sure. I do not have long. The last one. Yeet. No crit. Man, I've gone 30 Pokeballs without a single crit. What are the odds on a crit? Chuck heal balls at it. Just gonna use like a super potion or something. There we go. Power Gem ain't gonna kill anytime soon. How many uses does Hyper Beam have? Does it have 5 as well? Because if so, I think it's on like 3. Ah, shit. I accidentally mashed it. Yeah. Yeah. Mashed the attack button. You expanded the group? Yes, yes, I did. There we go. Reset. I wonder if I kept all my Pokeballs. That'd be convenient. Oh, sick, I did. Let's go. Try again. Okay. Let's see. So, what do I want for this? I want Hypnosis. That's now we know what we're up against. We know it doesn't have any way to damage itself, so we can just false swipe it. So I do want false swipe. You just died a power gem. Roots. You have hypnosis? Perfect. You're not level 70, but that doesn't matter because you get a free hit. Who else does... who else just dies? So it's rock, electric, normal. So you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You have Sweet Kiss, so you can stay. We'll replace you for now. So we have False Swipe, we have Hypnosis. We do have Sweet Kiss, but that's not particularly helpful. The one Play Rough does perfect for lowering its health. Dragon Breath also would probably work, but eh. Because you also have U-Turn for a free out, which is useful. You survive for like ever, except against the insta-kill electric move, so we'll see about that. We'll just hope that Hypnosis hits, I guess. You also survive just fine. Electric Rock, normal, yeah. You also survive against it just fine. Dragon Breath is also super effective against it. In case it just decides to one-shot me. Okay. This should be fine, I think. Needs to lose low health. Here we go. Wait, hold on. Do I have any items that guarantee a Hypnosis hits? That would be awfully convenient. It doesn't really have any status effects that it can hit, that can hit us. Is there any held items that do anything useful at all? That's an excellent question. Yeah, sure. Just in case. Uh... No. Alright. I think that's the best we got for now. I guess I could give them a berry or like a focus ash or something. I don't think I have one though. The problem. Shame. No, I do not. Oh well. You just give him a healing berry, just in case. I'm not gonna need that. Yeah, sure. Hold it. No. What was the one berry that you? It was resist freezing, wasn't it? I think I only had the one. Oh well. Came in clutch though. Now save. Autosave is off. Okay. Try again, kid. Saves come. Once again, I did not use Miraidon, but also that seemed like a bad idea. I am dead. It didn't kill this time. Did I get crit last time, or was it just a high roll? That's wild. Did I get crit last time? What? Alright, so if Fairy super effective type hit and didn't kill it, then in theory, knockoff should just do a decent amount of damage. Because this was 2 times damage. This will be 1.5 times damage. And this has more base power anyway. So it should be just right in like the red zone if it doesn't crit. No, it needs a smidge. Another Electro Drift. I am dead. I just have to wait for it to use a Hyper Beam. I'm stalling until it uses a Hyper Beam. That's my general game plan. Now I guess we just yeet Ultra Balls at it until it's time. We're waiting for a Hyper Beam. Dang, you survive Electro Drifts too. It's only got 2 left. And this next one won't even kill unless it crits. What was that about? You can fail crit catches, Thunder? I want you to say that one more time for the people in the back. What was that about? You can fail crit catches? Sorry, I think I need you to say it a little louder. Louder for the people in the VOD. They need to hear this. You can fail cut caps? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's what it was. Sure you can, man. Sure you can. Whatever you say. Not crit caps? You right. You right. I used like 4 Ultra Balls, 2 Heal Balls, and 30 Luxury Balls. Didn't catch it the first time. 2 Ultra Balls! Caught it on 69. The 69th Ultra Ball! Yes! All it took was a 69 to catch the Miraidon. That's all it took. Oh, that's beautiful. I see they are not happy in my bag. Here, I'll get you out of there, Miraidon. There you go. You feel a little bit better now? What a stupid interaction. Alright. I guess I turn autosave back on. And I guess I put Thunder back in the game. I can't use the Poke Portal now. Oh, dang, so you just can't even do multiplayer in here, like, at all. That's wild. I did not know that. I also need to catch one of these. I guess to be fair, though, I can just come back here and farm whenever I want. There's no real reason to be here, so I guess I'll just leave. So what is my quest right now? Oh, no, I can't just do every gem again. Shall we do them in reverse order? I think so. Doesn't really matter, though. But I do need to fly out of here. That's weird that they made it canon. You can just fly out of Area 0. That's pretty funny. You can fail crit caps, but only if it's nearly impossible to catch them. Well, now we know. Apparently, Miraidon is not nearly impossible to catch. Me heal my Pokemon, they took like 2 hits. You have to be super unlucky to fail it otherwise. Apparently. Does anyone know? I've unlocked the judge function for you. While in your boxes, you can press the plus button twice to navigate to and check the individual strengths inherent to. Oh, so now I can finally. Now I can finally actually see, like, is that just like to see IVs? I assume. Where do I even put you? You can go here now. You're number 2. Sick. Best, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, best. Did I get 3 perfect IVs, or is that just guaranteed? Based on these IVs, I would assume that that's just guaranteed that they get good IVs. Neat. I got 3 perfect IV. Is best perfect, or is it... Or is perfect... Is there a perfect rating? Guaranteed with Legends? Ah, I see. So they're shiny locked, I assume. So I assume this is just like stat locked. Is you can't be shiny, can't be marked, and it has just these stats. Best is perfect? Sick! This random refill room had 3 perfect IVs. Neat. My Flaffy has 2! Let's go! One random attack perfect IV on the Oricorio. One random special defense. Oh yeah, what about my main team? Fantastic HP. Look at the beautiful diamond it has, though. What beautiful stats. Oh, let's go. Sneedle has a perfect defense IV. But what about my just default team? What about the team that I chose as, like, my team? Did it have any perfect IVs to begin with? Was I going through the entire game with 0? Because that would be quite funny. Why do I have 2 Gudras? This is the wrong Gudra. That's why. There we go. Did any of them have perfect IVs? Eevee has 1 attack. Of course it was the attack IV. Oh, no, it was the speed, HP, special defense. Dang, this Eevee was stacked. Let's go. Way to go, Eevee. And Gudra had 3. Special attack, attack, and defense. Its special defense was garbage. The irony. The one stat it probably needed the most. The irony. No good. High level raids are guaranteed too. Oh, because it's post game, I assume? Eevee rocking 4 perfect IVs and a pretty good defense is pretty insane. It was also in attack and speed. The two stats I probably used with it the most. Is just YOLOing a double edge. Alright, where's Poke Portal? I guess I'll just meme around with the gyms and see if they're able to actually beat me or not. I assume they're all leveled to 75 now, so they're probably all slightly over my level. But we'll see if we can win anyway, because it's funny. I'm so glad I got that on stream. I'm so glad you told me that you can actually catch me right on. So that I was able to catch it in 2 Ultra Balls. After I went through the pain of figuring out a strategy, setting up all my characters, getting the berries, putting my party members in place, getting the hypnosis, preparing to like switch in on a hyper beam. And then I catch it in 2 Ultra Balls, completely rendering all of that pointless. All of it was pointless. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Also, just for the record, I have been in a call for like the last 30 minutes. Well, that's annoying. Yep.
What the fuck was that, by the way?
What is what?
Ringing.
There's an alarm.
Oh, I thought that was just...
Cat jam.
you press cat jam when it happened.
I really need to set up some BTTV emotes. One day I'll do that. Do that at some point. Alright. What the heck were we doing? Oh, Drag didn't join. Unfortunate.
Oh well. Right, did you know Voltorbs and electrodes can explode in your face in the overworld?
I did. I don't think I've ever seen an electrode, though.
It does the same thing.
I've only ever seen Voltorb. You've got vampire eyes.
Character does an animation when it explodes, like, right next to you.
Miraidon, however, does not give any cares.
I mean, it is electric type.
Is Explosion an electric type move?
No.
Neat, a raid. A 4-star raid for Delibird. That's extra Terra Shards. It's flying. Good against flying. Electric.
Both of our Terra Crystals are right on top of each other, by the way. I have a 3-star one right here.
3-star. Lame. I assume you don't care.
Nah, I don't care much. What's a Delibird gonna do? Present?
Probably.
Yeah, mine was a dragon type Delibird.
Dragon type Delibird.
You're not sure, I'm down to lose all of my health in one Brave Bird.
Comedy.
Unless I miss.
We'll never know.
In which case, they'll just give me a present anyway. Consolation prize.
Failure.
They'll give me the you tried cake.
You suck! Nice, suck. We've had a very mirror experience in this game so far, haven't we? You really did die in a single Brave Bird. How does the recoil do that much damage?
I told you.
How much damage is it doing? What are you doing, like 600 damage? What the heck?
It's the strongest Brave Bird in the game, plus Adamant Nature Choice Man.
I was so shocked I accidentally caught it in an Ultra Ball. Man, it's gonna be terrifying for the rest of this game to just have a Master Ball right there. Why does it go after the Ultra Balls?
hope I don't disconnect. I want to see the clip.
Disconnected.
No.
Dang it, now this Delibird's in my main box. Get out of there! I ought to release you right where you stand. Now I've caught 2 Delibirds and my first iron bundle in the same box. Also, where the heck are we? I'm in the middle of nowhere! Oh, I don't think I
I
have a
think
Kricketune yet. I should catch one.
we are by the fairy type, person.
Bamboo shoot. I don't think Pokemon can spawn in here, so that's not helpful to me.
We're either by the fairy type, no, we're by the fighting type star raider.
Yeah.
We're by fairy.
Airy.
You can rematch her, by the way.
Can't you? Wild. Oh
You can
yeah,
rematch.
can you refight all of them?
Yes, you can refight all of them without their car.
Without their car.
I mean, you did fuck them up.
Yo, they've got nitro on their Cyclizars. What the heck? They've got jet engines. What? That's how they eventually evolve into Miraidon.
Just put a few jet engines on its ass.
You
You're
just
good to
put some
go.
jet engines on it until eventually it can hit 200 miles an hour. And then it evolves spontaneously.
Right. They do just have turbo engines on their Cyclizars.
I'm not sure why, but they do. That's not the trainer.
Is she really just all the way out here? Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She's over here. There she is.
Great to see you, Violetta. Did you come to train with me? Yes. I'm always ready to battle. Let's see if you can handle my full power. Well, you were the last one, I'm pretty sure, so I don't think your power's any stronger.
Pretty sure she has 6 Pokemon.
6.
Or 5.
Primeape. Not the
Can't remember
close
if it's 5.
combat. Not again.
I mean, it's the fighting type team star. What do you talk? What do you?
Yeah, but like their signature move is close combat. It just one-shots everything. It's annoying.
It's 5 Mons.
I guess the last one's supposed to be Riva Vroom. I didn't want to switch out.
I mean, unless she pulls out her whole ass car out of her Pokeball, I don't think it's gonna be the Revavroom.
It might. Critical hit. No mercy. The close combat nearly wiping me. Oh gosh, annihilate. Oh wait, I have dark type. That's fine. Is it ghost fighting?
Yeah, I don't think that Revavroom's gonna do a drive-by on you.
Oh. Oh right, because it's oh it is ghost fighting because knockoff is normal damage. I don't remember ever fighting an annihilate before. Not
Those
the
are
close
signature-
combat. At least the next hit
Those are
kills it guaranteed.
It was her signature Pokemon before the car showed up.
Was it?
Yeah, this
I
is her
don't
strongest.
even remember it.
I'm pretty sure this is her ace.
That's weird because she's not terastallizing it. Oh wait, they don't have terastallize. Weird. I expect every fight to have terastallize, and they never do.
Well, it's because they're dropouts. They can't terastallize.
I know, that's why they can't. I just expect everyone to have it. But even the final fight didn't even terastallize. Even though we were in the basin of terastallization. The place
you
where it
didn't-
was discovered.
You really didn't need to either.
Still weird that flying is strong against fighting.
Not really.
You are dead.
I mean, I'm pretty sure their logic is that you can't punch anything that's too high in the sky.
Well, by that logic, it should also resist normal, dark, steel, grass, bug. Right?
Bug can fly.
Flying wouldn't take good damage from like anything,
Well, of course it could.
including rock.
You can throw rocks at it.
Then it would just be normal damage. You could just throw rocks
I've
at it.
heard the term two birds with one stone.
I have, and that's why rock is super effective. If it was based on whether you could reach it or not, rocks would never take two birds with one stone, because you'd never hit them.
Arm's length.
Arm's length. Ah, yes, those classic hoverbirds. Just in case it uses Sucker Punch, I'm flying. I don't think it would have worked if it did use Sucker Punch, but it was wishful thinking. Kaboom! I did it.
Also, I don't think most boxers are capable of floating like a hummingbird. Only one. That's why they're weak against flying.
That's the one. That's it.
It's because only one of them can float like a hummingbird. That's also why bug resists fighting, because they can't sting like a bee either.
This is the discovery we've had. It's also float like a butterfly, so that's even more argument for bug, really.
And flying, because the butter does fly though.
The
It's a flying bug.
does fly. The butter do be flying.
That's why that's the story of why Butterfree Quad resists fighting.
And that's the story of why a martial artist cannot defeat a butterfly.
It's also the story of why Beedrill also quad resists fighting.
This is the story of why catching a fly with chopsticks is the most impressive thing in martial arts you can do. Because they quad resist the chopsticks.
Yes, they do, because they also resist grass. It all makes sense now.
Bug flying quad resists grass and quad resists fighting. So a martial artist with chopsticks catching a fly is the most powerful display of BM possible, using an 8 times resist weapon to defeat an enemy with the max speed stat. We've discovered it. We've discovered the ancient texts.
We've discovered a lot of secrets about type, resistance, and weaknesses. All in one sentence.
I'm going to the psychic gym before I die.
Yeah, you really need your brain to be cleansed of all the knowledge.
It's true. I need to
You've
forget
opened your-
this knowledge before I'm cursed with it any longer. I still haven't even gotten the dang malicious blade to get to get Ceruledge. I still haven't even gotten one.
No, I meant the conversation opened your third eye, so now you're going to the psychic gym.
I'm here to cultivate my talents. Knock knock, inspection day. Garbage day.
Oh, on a related note, psychic does resist fighting, so on the conversation.
It also loses to bug.
See, everything's in the conversation. We're still on topic.
What is this? What? Congratulations, you're now certified. Oh, is this not where I... No, you're... What? How did you not talk to me on the way in? I was 2 feet from you. Oh, if it isn't Violetta, it's been too long. Your beauty has become even more refined since the last time we met.
She's got to make it dramatic first.
Honestly, you look the same. But I look fabulous. You're too kind, darling. Oh, accepting compliments with grace, I see. How wonderful. I hope you remain that way. So you're here in place of Gita, are you? Just between you and me, I'm not exactly her biggest fan. That bewitching aura of hers overlaps too much with my own style. You called yourself a witch? So it may be for the best that she sent someone else for the job. To be fair, I think like 2 or 3 of her mom were psychic types, so I guess that makes sense.
Also, did you see that on the gym? There's Gen 1 sprites.
I did not. Oh, I did! Yeah, we're in Alfrenada. With you, I feel I can really give this battle all I've got. Without further ado, are you ready to pursue quintessential beauty together? I've got a dark
Yeah.
type, so I mean, why not?
The 5 sprites that represent all 151 Pokemon.
Strong against psychic, just dark. Dark and ghost. Ah, the rush of exhilaration before a battle. Every cell in my body is humming with excitement. Man, this is way less cool than when we did it at night. Having a totally amazing opponent such as yourself makes the feeling even more powerful. You know what? I'm really happy right now. A diamond in the rough that I helped to polish is now sparkling as bright as the finest of gems. Seeing others working so hard allows me to work hard myself and never shed a tear. So much for going in reverse order of the gems. Sadness is not in my vocabulary after all. The closest emotion I allow is the beauty of surprise. Allow me to teach you how to do true emotional spectrum practice. But you just said you don't show emotion. Not the Farigga Wrath again.
Your mind is too home to be fooled by her words.
Want to know the secret to my beauty? I'll enroll you in my most difficult hands-on course. Is that a threat? Oh yeah, I also have bug type. I forgot about that. Take these! It lived. No. Eck. Yeah, they're level 65. Somehow I expected them to be higher level than the final boss. I don't know why. That doesn't make sense. Canonically. It would be ridiculous if they just were like level 80 for some reason.
To be fair, there are just, for some reason, preschoolers in Sun and Moon that were just higher level than the final boss.
Classic. You do have a dark type move, so that's nice. Yeah, I don't have like any moves against psychic at all. Might as well get the one that's weak to it out of the way, I guess. This is your clean switch. This is your clean switch, Lucario. Go for it.
It was actually a pretty common thing in old Pokemon games. Normal people just, for some reason, having higher level mons than the final boss.
I don't have anything for... Is Gallade Psychic fighting or just Psychic Fairy? I can't remember. Well, either way, Steel should work, right? It is in fact Psychic Fairy. I am dead, not big surprise.
Not Psychic Fairy, Iron Valiant Psychic Fairy.
Oh. Oh well.
Psychic Fighting.
Oh. Oh well. Why was close combat super effective? I'm fighting Steel. That doesn't make sense. Should be even.
No, fighting doesn't resist fighting. For
Weird.
Some god. Yeah, I know. For some god awful reason.
Normal also doesn't resist normal, which is also weird.
Not really. Have you... I mean, if you punch a regular guy, the regular guy is gonna feel it.
I
Just
mean,
not
I
as much
guess,
as,
but it... Eh.
But not as much as Terry Bogard punching him.
But significantly less than a ghost punching him.
Well, yeah, ghosts are intangible.
That doesn't stop most of the other types.
Yeah, I don't know why.
What's ghost super effective? If you're normal psychic, it does just as much damage as normal. Actually, no, it doesn't, because you're immune to it. Never mind. What was I talking about? What was I doing? What is this thing? Psychic Fairy? I got Steel.
Didn't I just say it was Psychic Fighting?
Yes, you did, and I've already forgotten. Not that it matters, because I don't think I have anything strong against fighting anyway. Oh, wait, Fairy. But it's...
You literally
Go.
have a flying type in your inventory.
That's strong against fighting. That's not strong against psychic. Die.
It is a fighting type, though.
Yeah, but I was thinking about psychic type, because I knew for a fact it was that. Gardevoir! Ah, wait, I have a dark type move. Perfect. Wait, it's resisted because it's psychic fairy. Shit.
Neutral. You're probably still gonna kill it, though.
Shit. I mean, I might as well just go for... Is this its last one? No, they have two more. Wait,
Yes.
fairy resists bug? Why does fairy resist bug?
I don't, because it's not broken enough, I guess.
I guess, because bug wasn't bad enough, I guess.
And Fairy wasn't good enough. They should have had Bug be super effective against Fairy, somehow.
I'm not sure if that would have made sense, but it resisting it makes no sense. A quick escape. Alright, Psychic Fairy. What does that mean it's weak to?
Maybe
Ghost, I guess. Which I don't
Fairies
have.
are-
Shit!
maybe berries are jealous.
Oh,
of better
poison!
for-
Of course! Genius! Thanks, Pokedex. Thank you, Rotom! You're always there. You've always got my back. The unsung hero. Ah, shit, it's Fairy. It's strong against my dragon. Shit! It's all gone wrong.
Actually, you can argue Bug being resistant to Fairy because moths are attracted to light.
Maybe.
Or maybe super effective against Fairy because moths are attracted to light.
Oh no, it's Psychic. Now it resists my poison.
Because Fairy is also, like, based on light, too, in fairy tales and shit.
Usually. Dazzling Gleam and all that.
Yeah, what do you
Actually,
think of
no,
moths?
because that leads them directly into bug zappers. So wouldn't that mean that they would still just be normal against it?
It's not a bug zapper, though.
I guess that would make electric type strong against bugs. Why isn't electric
Yeah,
type
but-
strong against bugs? Weak to
Because
grass and
bugs
strong to
are-
bugs. That would be cool.
Yeah, but bugs don't need another weakness.
I mean, that's true. But if we make them super effective against fairy, then it balances out. That's worth it, right?
I mean, yeah, because U-turn is very common, and it actually balances things a lot, because Fairy is the strongest type in the game.
I think it would be worth it. I think it
It
works.
would absolutely be, that'd be a great change. It's a big
Anyway,
fuck
what was I
you-
talking about?
be a big
Dragon
fuck
Breath.
you for Tapus.
Dazzling Gleam. Paralyze it so it halves its speed.
Oh my god, that would mean Tapu Bulu would be quad weak U-turn.
That would be pretty funny. Let's go with the Paralyze! It halved its speed! I might beat it.
As if it wasn't the worst Tapu already.
Let's go. Aren't they the main Tapu as well?
No, that's Tapu Koko.
No, Tapu Koko's the electric one, isn't it?
No, it's the grass fairy. Tapu Bulu's grass fairy. Coco is electric fairy, but Bulu
Yeah.
is grass fairy.
Yeah, Bulu's Grass Fairy. Which one am I thinking of? Whatever. Not the grass. Wait.
Oh my god, Tapu Lele would be quad weak. That's huge,
Yeah,
actually.
Lele.
because
Yeah, Lele's the main one, I think.
that's fucking broken. Probably the most broken out of the four.
I sure hope this Florges doesn't outspeed me. Wait, it's gonna become Psychic type. Well, it doesn't really matter what I use then. Get the poison damage in.
Like, the two biggest Bulus are Coco and Lele. Maybe Finny. But that's more VGC.
Yeah. Get the poison damage. Go, Gooey. Yeah! Poison. Yeah! We got it! Oh, shit! I am dead. Alright, we got the poison. We could just stall. What resists psychic?
I am honestly surprised you died to that.
Yeah, sure. Go for it. Oh yeah, Dark is super effective against Psychic. I always forget that.
Yeah, you literally could have swept with your Masquerada.
But that's lame. Oh, charm. They're so charming.
And now you're paying the price.
Luckily, I have poison, so I'm gonna win no matter what happens. You're already dead. It doesn't matter. In fact, you know what? Dragon type BM.
I mean, yeah, I'd lost its fairy typing, might as well. It lost its fairy typing, deterrestrialization, now you're just gonna beat it with a dragon type move.
That's what it gets. That's vengeance. Go, EB!
Actually, that's exactly what I did the first time I beat the Psychic Gym.
Ah,
I
it
used a
lived.
I used a dragon move on it, knowing it was gonna terrestrialize it.
It still has fairy moves. It died to the poison. Why did it do so much more damage this time? I thought it was gonna live on like 2 health. What the heck?
Yeah, so when it comes to gym trainer AI, it does not matter if you have a mon that's strong against its Terra type and weak against its normal type, it will still terrestrialize.
I also would like to point out that it knew I was going to turn into a dragon and used a fairy type move. It freaking read my input because it went second. So it waited until I terrestrialized to choose a move.
It said my screen said you evolved your Eevee into an Espeon, even though you canceled it.
Oh, because it didn't take the input in. Amazing. You're the total package. I expected no less. Beauty, strength, you've got it all. You know, in my line of work, people who lack talent in one area or another often fade away quickly, never to be heard from again. Met with all kinds of setbacks, they fall into corruption in their desperation, and end up even more miserable than the mundane do. Rough. Larry, stay winning in the normal gym, I guess. It'd be better for those people if they never had even the slightest bit of talent. Damn! Damn! God damn! That's rough! You'd have been better off if you sucked at everything, then you wouldn't have been disappointed. Damn!
She sounds exactly like a snooty villager from Animal Crossing.
She absolutely sounds like a stuck-up psychic type is what she sounds like.
Which is weird, because that's usually what fairy type trainers do.
Well, I mean, I think like, what, 3 of her Pokemon were fairy?
Nah, it checks out.
I mean, Espathra could easily pass for a fairy type if it tried. If it had a regional variant, it would probably fairy psychic. Or like fairy normal or something.
You would argue it could be ground fairy, too.
That would work. It could also have been ground psychic. That would have been a weird typing. Is there a Pokemon that's ground psychic?
Fight all.
Huh.
And
Weird.
another mon that game, I think. No, it's ground bug. Or bug psychic.
What does Claydol evolve into again?
No, it evolves from Baltoy.
Baltoy is the other one, that's it. Is Baltoy not ground? Oh, I guess it's just ground.
Ground psychic.
It is ground psychic? Huh. You did splendidly today. Thank you for everything. I mean, I guess. I mean, I felt like your gym was fine. You'd still definitely need more coverage for anti-psychic and anti-fairy. A dark
There's a
type can
Glade.
really still kind of just sweep you.
There's a wild Glade up here, by the way.
Really? Where? I think I need a Gallade still.
Look at my area. I'm having a staring contest with it, so you should probably get over here before it runs
To
off
the
or
map.
something.
North
There's a
and
groveling.
east.
It is currently groveling at my feet. Yeah, you.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Guess I'll climb this mountain.
That was not what I wanted to send out. Hold on, I need to send you out, but I need to send out you, but better. Yeah.
You, but better. So
I,
rude.
why is my Iron Valiant so much smaller?
It's compact. It's dense.
So much smaller. It's like half the size of the Glade. It's so much smaller.
I wonder if now that I can put Miraidon in battle form, I wonder if I can give it a nickname.
They're both standing right next to each other, facing the same
They are.
direction.
It's so much smaller. You don't see me?
Something strange. There's something strange about that. There's
I
something
got
strange.
you! Aha! Critical hit! Nani?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's level 38. If I use, like, anything, it's just gonna die. What will it look good in? Nothing.
Yep.
Ultra Ball it is.
Iron Valiant's gonna fight you.
No, no.
Staring right at you.
It got out. It's too strong.
It started sleeping! It went to sleep as soon as I
It's in
snuck
the
away.
middle of the day. Got him. Bum-ba-da-bum. Neat. I now have Gallade in the Pokedex.
So cool when it runs.
There was no reason for me to even get routes to begin with.
Nope, not at all. You have both a Glade and a... I mean, it's still drag.
Well, I mean, yeah, but there was no point to get another Ralts. I wonder what level drag is now.
This Pokemon is pretty jolly by nature. It takes plenty of siestas. That's why it always sleeps. It says it takes plenty of siestas.
Drag is level 63 as a Ralts.
You have to keep them on your team. You need to keep them on your team.
4 of their stats are decent. Oh, they're not holding the Everstone anymore. I'm not canceling that every time. Oh, they are holding the Everstone. Never mind.
Will you replace them?
Oh, it's still on the other menu. That's why. Why is there just an empty menu? Why can you switch to an empty menu so you can't see anything? Oh, it shows you a close-up of the Pokemon. That's neat.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can tell if they're shiny or not.
I mean, you can also tell if they're shiny by looking at the top.
Well, yeah, but this lets you show off the shiny. Look at that. Considering they didn't bother to add the shiny sprites into this game. I don't know what else you would use that for. Why not? Get in here, Drag. Dang it, both of these evolved past 69. Man. Yeah, take a break. We'll have Dragon here for a while. What are you beating up? Just random low kicks. That's one way to heal, I guess.
Also, yes, this is the better Terra type.
Just double the fairy damage, why not?
The
frame rate on it is awful.
I also use Drain Punch instead of a fairy move because it doesn't have a fairy move. I didn't put a fairy move on it.
Why does it not have a fairy move? If its Terra type is fairy and it's psychic fairy.
It doesn't. It's not high enough level to have a fairy move.
Surely there's a TM for a single fairy move it can learn.
I'm pretty sure it's like only fairy move is Spirit Break at level 90.
Surely there's a TM, one of them. Surely. Surely it can learn like Dazzling Kiss or Dazzling
Gleams. I found one, Misty Turret.
Perfect.
Wait. Wait. Nope. That's it. That's Misty Terrain. That's it.
That's the only fairy type move it can learn. Are you sure fairy's the better type? I'm not so sure.
Like I said, it gets its fairy type move at level 90.
What level is it?
Level 55.
It's gonna take a while. You're gonna be killing Blissies for a while.
Wait, I might remember a move. Ah, Dazzling Gleam on the
There it
wrong
is.
side. Wrong side. Gets electric terrain though, that's weird.
I think most of the future paradoxes get electric terrain so that they can like work with Miraidon or something.
You know, it's a good thing I have another Iron Valiant that's shiny, so I can make it a special attacking one. I think it gets Moonblast. It can get like Moonblast and Aura Sphere. Now that I think about it, I think it's better as a special attacker than a physical attacker.
I guess this is the
Despite
post
it,
game. I wonder if I can technically get 5-star raids now.
yeah, you can.
What do I need to do to get 6 stars? Just beat all the gyms again?
Yeah, you have to beat all the gyms and then beat enough 5-star raids.
Hmm.
Well, you also have to beat the post game, which is after the gyms.
There's more?
It's pretty much nothing though. It's not interesting at all.
Is it just fighting Nimona again?
Maybe.
One would assume.
I'm not even sure actually. I don't know if you fight Nimona or if you fight someone else.
I would be surprised if it's not just fighting Nimona again.
I genuinely do not remember because it's a tournament.
You have to beat up every single one of the students again. All the star members, all of your classmates, all the teachers, everyone. You just go on a killing spree. Everyone dies.
It's a 4-person. It's like you fight 4 people when you're in the tournament.
I'd be surprised if it wasn't the main people then. I'd be
I,
legitimately surprised if it wasn't just Clavel and then your students' friends.
I know 3 of them. I
4
cannot for the
star.
life of me remember the 4th one.
I got my chair orb charged by looking at a Delibird. Magic.
Yeah, it tends to happen.
I fell off a cliff.
Typical.
Let's go! I drove down the cliff. That was awesome.
It's like a GTA.
I'm gonna take on all the gyms backwards.
The Psychic type gym was not the last one.
I know it wasn't, but I don't care.
I think the last one's Ice, actually.
It is ice, yes. I don't remember. We were on a conversation about something, and I just decided to go to the psychic. That's right. I was mad that I still haven't gotten a Cerule Edge because I still don't know where to go for it.
You have to beat up a bunch of Sinisties.
I did. I have like 30.
You have to go to, you know that desert, that huge-ass desert?
Asado?
The Asado Desert?
Yeah.
There's I think it's Cascarafa?
Yeah.
I think that's the place you have to go to.
What gym is he?
I think it's the water gym.
I know, but he's the 13. Okay, so he's just right after these two. So I'll just do these two and then I'll go over to him then. Perfect.
Also, I remember one point I went to Cascarafa and it was just engulfed in a huge sandstorm.
I probably should not have drag for this.
You should. You should have drag for this.
He has no attack moves. Whatever, I guess he's a heal. I guess he's just a living heal then. Oh, I'm not gonna have the steel type for the ice type gym and the fighting. Oh man. You know what, Gudra? You're getting replaced. I want the steel fighting in exchange for the dragon that's gonna get one shot. This is for your own protection.
Hold on, I need to find the. I'm gonna find the person myself.
I said leaving in the grass type that's gonna die. Oh well. I probably should have saved.
I'm pretty sure there's an old lady that was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to talk to an old lady. Maybe it's not Kaskaratha. Maybe it's somewhere else.
Why is their trigger one tile to the left? If you hold straight up, you don't trigger the
Hey,
cutscene.
my game crashed. I have
Nice!
to go all the way back.
I recognize you. You're to hit the
I
slopes.
opened my map, the game lagged, and I crashed.
I don't recall the snow being too good for today. I'm here to inspect your gym. Oh, for real? I got something important to be dealing with in a bit, you know. That something is me. Oh, I see. You're here to cover for Gita. So, your dream came true. You're champion rank now. You must be so happy. Well, thanks for the enthusiasm. Oh, my bad. That sounded a lot more sarcastic than I'd intended. Oh, my bad. I thought you were sarcastic. Don't get me wrong. I really think it's amazing. It's complicated for me. That's all. Anyway, you came to test my skills, right? Let's just get this over with. Let's head outside. You'd best hope it's not snowing. We're on the top of a mountain. It's always snowing.
Nope. I think I know the place. I'm looking at the other side of the map. It is not the desert.
Huh. You lied to me.
It's
Weather's in your
Zappa
favor
Pico.
today. Guess the snowy mountains decided to be kind. That's wild.
Yeah, it's in Zappa Pico, which is
It's on the right side of the mountain. There.
yeah, right side.
These league-mandated inspections happen a few times a year. Several times a year? That's such a waste of time. Bureaucracy. We'll lose our positions as gym leaders. I don't think there's that many people up to replace you as gym leader. I don't know if they can afford to replace them several times a year.
Yep, I found it. I found the old lady. Pretty easy.
Ida always says it's just a formality, but I've already had to give up on being a pro snowboarder. If she takes away the talents I still have to show, then what'll be left? Sorry, didn't mean to bring the temperature down. I'll chill, bro. Simple enough, really. All I need to do is make sure the power of my Pokemon chills you to the bone. How crazy would it be if they actually made this such that if you lose, then they get to keep their job? That'd be wild. Like,
Wait,
you
they
play
lose
as the
their-
gym leaders, and you have to beat your team. The team you used to beat Miraidon. And that's how you did this. That would have been really cool, actually.
Fan game that's about that. Where you become a gym leader.
That did significantly more damage than I thought it would.
And if you lose to too many people, you'll lose your job and you have to start over.
Bro. It's super effective. Oh no, this is ice. Or is this bug ice? Is this ice bug? Yeah, I think this is ice bug. It's probably gonna use a bug type move, so you're probably fine. Or an ice type move. It could use either, really. Tailwind. I was wrong. Boy, I sure hope you outspeed it.
What the fuck just happened?
Actually, this might still kill. But you know what? I'll risk it for the biscuit. It beat me! I am dead.
I just soft locked myself and unsoft locked myself in one fell swoop.
I mean, all 4 of the moves on this character are super effective against bug ice. This just kills. Then again, I'm pretty sure all of these just kill. This has 100 accuracy, why not?
So what happened was I jumped with Maridon.
Yeah?
I landed in a spot between a small child and a lamppost.
And a
Maridon
lamppost.
I could not move for like a solid minute, and I thought I soft locked myself, but I could still move my camera. I couldn't open any menus. I couldn't get off Maridon. I was just stuck there. And then the game just warped me to a different place. For no
No,
reason.
it had liquidation. I got crit. Die. You will be remembered as a hero. That's a Titan is thick, bro. An ice type that's thick is wild. No.
There's a lot of them, actually. It's just that they're ice type, that's all.
Well, if I had to guess, he's probably gonna throw out an ice type. Just a hunch. But I think he's gonna use an ice type. Bear tick. What are the odds that Aurasphere one-shots? He's got 3 Pokemon left. I'm not gonna try and terrestrialize yet. I should have terrestrialized, he would have died! Shit! My
you have a pretty good
hubris!
Wow, it was actually a roll. I was literally about to say you have a good chance, and it might be a roll, and it turns out it was a roll.
My hubris! And I didn't get the defense up. No, it's probably faster than me. Yeah. I still like Sneasel better.
Do to you though? What
No,
is
it takes
do?
it takes 2 PP to use a move. And I bet it's gonna do 42 damage is what I bet it's gonna do.
It's a Weavile. What's it gonna do to you?
42 damage. No! Shadow Claw. I am dead.
Damn. Be a shame if that move did 42 HD.
What an unfortunate scenario. Drag, use Draining Kiss. It'll work, I swear. It's Dark type, it'll work.
I think it has Dragon. I think it has Metal Claw. It has Shadow Claw. It's super effective.
It'll be fine, trust me. It'll be fine.
I wish I could see this in real time and not through stream delay.
It'll definitely be fine, I swear.
Yeah, just use Draining Kiss. Don't even revive. Just Draining Kiss. See what happens.
It lived on 1. Drag, no.
I could have one shot. He could have one shot with Draining Kiss. This is what happens when you don't listen to my advice.
Well, he outspeeds. Unfortunate.
Whose fault is that? You could have one shot with a 40 base power move.
I believe in my moves. Got a one shot with a 40 base power move. He also would have healed above 1. It would have been great.
A roll says also underleveled and is a roll.
And it's a Rolls. Ice Punch. Did I get frozen? No, I did not. Bonk. Ouch. If he uses Ice Punch again, I kill him. Let's go! BG got me with the Discord, even though I'm already in a call, so that couldn't have worked even if he wanted it to. No, I got the freeze. Unfortunate.
You have frozen.
Unfortunate. Anyway.
Did you just thaw out in frame 1?
Nope.
Oh, you used a hyper potion. watch it reveal low kick after all this time.
After all this.
Or worse, it just swords dances up.
Oh shit.
Great.
Alright, on the off chance that on the off chance that the next one-shots me. Oh no, Altaria. Good thing he's gonna turn it into an ice type. Wait. I don't think I have anything that even does damage to an ice type.
You were a mile away!
You got caught, I see. Yeah, I'll just use knockoff.
I just fled from an Avalug, and then a Murkrow from the bottom of the mountain wanted to beef with me for some reason, while I was like midway up the mountain.
I'm not sure why he chooses an Altaria to ice type, but, you know.
Aesthetics, maybe.
Maybe. Does it get very many ice type moves? Probably gets like Ice Beam.
I get Ice Beam and Blizzard.
Decent amount of damage. No, Hurricane.
Ironically, it's also quad weak to ice.
Yeah, the irony. But now it's not. It's perfect. Now it's resistant, I think.
Now it's weak to everything else.
Now it's just weak to everything else. Let's go, I got the flinch! Let's go! Let's go!
Sableye raid here if you want.
I think that is the first time I have ever gotten a flinch. What is that? Sableye?
5-star dragon type raid.
Oh yeah, sure. Why not? Sableye is normally Ghost, so Dark is strong against Ghost, and I have a Fairy type move against Dragon. So Sarata
well,
should
you're
be
gonna
fine.
have to fight back because my game crashed. Remember?
Your burning passion. I kind of like it, honestly. Well, there goes Thunder again. Man,
No, I mean,
Ina must really having it out for me.
Yeah, the game really must have it out for me too.
Sending someone there's no way I could beat. I mean, I did have a Fire Flying, which was like super effective against half of your team.
All of his team.
Well, I mean, the Fire was super effective against all of it. The Flying was super effective against some of it.
Also, did you know Talonflame gets Swords Dance? You should probably look at that.
But then I don't have 4 different moves. Honestly, I really don't need Acrobatics and Fly.
You really don't need Fly, specifically.
What? But it does so much damage.
Acrobatics does more damage and is 100% accuracy.
No. Couldn't be true.
Fly 95% accurate still. It's 2022.
Ah. Maybe on the off chance that a Pokemon sees it coming? Hey, you full force and I lost anyway. It made me feel frustrated. Makes me want to become stronger as a gym leader. Put more of myself into it. I thought my passion had frozen over, but you've rekindled it for me. Thanks, Violetta. I won't lose next time. You'll see. Trying not to catch a cold on your way down the mountain, eh? Talonflame. Flame body. Warm me up. It's cold out here. My group has been disbanded. Nice. Hey, BG, how you doing? How's your game going? You said you got this, right?
It's been that long since you haven't seen a cutscene.
Yes.
I mean, it's been that long since you have been outside of a cutscene.
Yes. That's the wrong button. Alright, Drag's going back in the box.
No, he was a star of the show.
Boxed.